is Andrea, and I'm so pleased to be able to share with so many wonderful women today across BC who are taking part in the Open Door. I work full-time at the Willows Church and Family Life Centre in Langley, BC, and have recently taken on the position of Integrated Ministry Supervisor, which is a combination of casework in the Pathway of Hope program, but also supervision and creation of various community programs to serve vulnerable families holistically in our area. I'm happily married to Ty, and I have a wonderful 4-year-old son named Felix. We also have one small dog with a big attitude. His name is Pixar. When it comes to taking care of me, I find joy in Starbucks, true crime, manicures, being with family, adventuring comfortably in the great outdoors, aka glamping, wonderful flat walks along the water, or maybe trails that I can keep talking while walking. And I also love using my creativity to bring joy to others. I was so pleased to be able to offer up some ideas for acts of service as one of the 7 pathways to God we are talking about today. What a joy it is to be able to bless someone in a time of physical need with a meal or muffins baked fresh from your oven. How sweet does it feel to sit and write a card or note of encouragement to someone who is struggling emotionally or mentally? How fulfilled do you feel when you grab that gift card or you remember to pick up a few nice things at the store or boutique to bless a new mom in your community? Being crafted in the image of God, we have each been gifted with the ability to naturally love and care for one another through many different acts of service. Not everyone is a craft guru. Some of us have the gift of affirmation. We can't all come up with creative ways to present a special gift, but we can certainly all channel kindness, compassion, and grace to pray for and feel inspired to come along someone in their moment of need. We may not be event planners or coordinators, but hey, we all have beautiful gifts that we have been given that God calls us to use to bless those around us. How awesome is it that we have been called into living in community, spurring one another on towards love and good deeds. Today, I'm going to share with you several small projects that can be prayerfully created and given to bless those around us. As active participants in ministry within the Salvation Army, we often find ourselves drawn to helping and providing for those in the community who are vulnerable, in the throes of poverty, street entrenched, and broken. There is an important calling we have as followers of Christ to offer ways to bring comfort to those in need by meeting physical need. But today I am branching out just a little bit. Today I want to focus on a bit of a wider audience. We have been thrown into a pandemic that continues to starve us of the true community we were called to be. And so as followers, we have been pushed to come up with more creative methods to stay connected to one another than the traditional methods that we became so used to. I have journeyed alongside Pastors Dave and Renee for the past year, pivoting, flexing, moving, shaking, and creating ways to reach and connect to our church community, but also with a focus on integrated mission. I have spent time coming up with small, cost-efficient ways to encourage professionals in the community who find themselves at the front lines, while also building relationships that are needed as the foundation of our new family life ministry. There is also such great importance in identifying and honoring those among us. Yes, maybe it's even the person sitting next to you today, or the person you meet up weekly to volunteer with, or it's somebody at the church you know who repeatedly offers their services to help and assist with whatever is needed weekly at the church office, church program, and various outreaches. We often refer to these people as the volunteers. Or perhaps they are your small group leaders, your Sunday school teachers, or your Sunday morning door greeters who have had a very long break. These wonderful individuals give, and then often they give some more. They serve so graciously. Often, those they serve don't remember to honor and thank them for the jobs they do. It becomes routine or expectation to see those people fulfilling tasks in ministry. Therefore, it is so important that we stop and take a minute to ensure the givers have a chance to receive. Volunteer Appreciation Week is great, but a small note, a sweet treat with a message of thanks, these go a long way in ensuring the givers' hearts remain filled and that they know they are appreciated for all that they do. Therefore, encourage one another and strengthen one another, just as you are doing. 1 Thessalonians 5:11. So, today I have prepared a smattering of small projects that can be done as an individual or as a group project for your various ministries that will touch on either the greater community as a whole, some of our frontline workers, also our church community, so volunteers or people that you work alongside within your ministry units, but also a few projects to help with programming within the church. Specifically the BRAVE program, which I know so many of the women's ministries across BC have adopted. I'm also going to throw in just a few little ideas for the kids who may be associated with the church, or as the summer is approaching, maybe they are the kids you want to reach out to in the community to advertise your upcoming summer programs. Okay, so I will start by showing you a couple ideas for volunteers within your active ministry units. So the first thing that I'd like to share with you, and I should add, as we are kind of looking through some of these ideas, that I have included in the resources for the Open Door all of the gift tags and as well supply lists that you will need within your ministry unit to complete these projects. So there's no need to worry about where you're going to find the proper tag, or there's no need to rewind this and watch it a million times to figure out what I put in each basket, because I will provide those lists for you. So we're going to start today with an awesome gift idea. So this is a basket. So I purchased this bowl. I picked it up at Walmart for $1.50, but you could go to the dollar store and grab something similar to this, basically anywhere. You can choose to be fun with it, or you can be more plain, or you can do whatever you like. It's all up to you. So the tag that is included is a cute little tag like this, and I've included two versions in the resources. So this one says Nacho Average Volunteer. Thank you for all that you do. And the other one says Nacho Average Teacher. Thank you for all that you do. So this could be a Sunday school teacher gift. This could be a gift for a volunteer, or maybe if you're building relationships with schools, you could take these over and gift them to teachers or administration just to help build relationships. So in this basket, I have put festive napkins. I also have a jar of salsa and a jar of queso cheese. I stopped in at, I found these at the dollar store, not Dollarama, but a Dollar Tree. So I always love to put Fun Pop in because it just kind of looks a little bit more fun. So we've got a pineapple and a lime. Another great place to find individual glass bottle pop like this is Save on Foods. Most communities would have a Save on Foods. So that's a great place to check for fun bottles of pop. I threw in a pack of straws with little festive umbrellas on it. So that was purchased at the dollar store as well. And then of course we have a large bag of Tostitos thrown in there, and of course some licorice. So you could mix and match this basket to look however you want. But I think the staple items for sure would be the chips and the salsa, the cheese, and of course some fun napkins just to spice it up a little and for presentation. Often what I would do when presenting a basket like this, and at the Willows we did these for our school teachers at the beginning of the pandemic when everyone had to move online. But you can buy plastic gift wrap bags. So they're called basket bags. And when I was preparing for this video, I found out that there is a shortage of them right now due to COVID and the manufacturing plant not being up to date with their orders. So after checking my usual dollar store spots and the packaging company that I use here in Surrey, I found out that there's not any to be had. So normally I would wrap this in plastic. You can use like the rolls of cellophane as well, if that's something that you like. But just for presentation, you wrap it up in the plastic and then you can tie your tag onto the front. For now, I just kind of have popped it in there for the sake of display. But yeah, so that's an example of something that you could do for volunteers or for somebody out in the community, maybe office that you might be wanting to encourage. However, with COVID, sharing is not really a thing. So I would stick to individual people if you're gifting this or a family. The other thing I wanted to show you specifically for volunteers, and because we're talking about women's ministries today, is a beautiful gift. So this gift is being prepared for somebody who just finished leading a small group for us in women's ministries. So I purchased this mug from Wagner Hills, which is a local business here in Langley. It's a rehabilitation center, and the women at the center work on arts and crafts that they sell in a market. So the money spent goes back into the program. So I really like that. And I will include a link to their website so other people can check that out if you're interested. But the mug says, I am chosen. It might be a little hard to see there. But so what I've done is I've added a bag of loose leaf tea, a couple of reusable, they're not reusable, but one-time use tea bags, and as well a couple of honey sticks that I got at a local honey shop here. And everyone will also have this tag, like I had mentioned at the beginning, but it says, "Thanks, you're tea-rific." Okay, so that's pretty cute. So that's another little idea for an encouragement gift for maybe another woman in ministry alongside you, or maybe a pastor, or anyone. Really, you could make this to suit a gentleman as well, because mugs are easy to find. Another cheap gift as well, or cost efficient, I should say, because you can find cool mugs at the dollar store or in most department store types like Walmart, etc., Superstore, and tea and everything. You could just do a box of tea. So there's lots of options. To finish this gift off, so these are bags that I purchased on Amazon. I will also include a link for those so that people can find them easily. But it's just for that extra piece of presentation. We are going to just put that into the plastic bag. I've got my tag here on the honey sticks, which has just slipped off a little, but that's okay. We're just gonna put that back on, which is great. There we go. And so the tag is hanging nicely in the front. And then, yeah, all you do is just, these ones are great because they're self-sealing. So you just pull off the seal and just like that, you are good to go. So this is a gift actually somebody will be getting in our ministry unit, but she'll be getting it before she sees this, so I don't feel like I'm ruining the surprise. Okay, so those are a couple ideas for within the church congregation of ways of encouraging our volunteers and those who are helping us on a regular basis. The second thing I would love to share with you are a couple of ideas for the wider community. So something that's important to us at the Willows right now is building community with other local support services. So Ministry of Children and Family Development, the Aboriginal Agency for Child and Family Development. We have connected with other support services that work with families. And so another idea also would be our CMP or fire department in your local communities. But so these are two small, very cost efficient little ways to show your appreciation, but also build a relationship with those in the community. So over Easter, I did something that was a little bit more Easter themed for our social workers, but I went with something a bit more neutral to share with you. So this little box, it's called a pillow box. I actually found this at Dollarama, a package of these. I will put a link for Amazon just so people can see what that looks like. So the tag, it says, have we told you recently how much we appreciate you? And can you guess what's inside? Reese's Pieces. Okay, so you could do Reese's like this. You could do Reese's Pieces, the little candies. You can do just the regular chocolate bar. You could also just wrap this in a plastic encasing as well. You don't have to put it in a box. What I did find handy about this was that because I was also promoting some of our programming, I had tucked the little card in the front under some ribbon. And inside, I had also included my business card. So this is my business card for Pathway of Hope casework. So that had gone in as well as the treat. And I sealed that up and I just dropped them off at the main office. I also had a brochure for our programming that I slipped into the back. So it showed a few more of the things that we offer. So whether maybe it's food bank for you guys, or maybe it's after school programming, whatever it is you're trying to advertise, just sort of stick in there. So we were advertising our Brave Circles. We were advertising our anger management programs for kids and teens. So I kind of had slipped that into the back. Business card inside with the treat and then a very cute tag on the front. And it was easy, not too expensive, and really quick and easy to drop off. So there's that. And another cute idea that I shared, and again, just a reminder, all the tags will be in the upload area on the Open Door website. But these are I bought a giant bag of Starburst candies. So they're all pre-wrapped. I get these tiny little Ziploc bags also from the Dollarama. I can put a link to a similar image so that people can see. But this is, so we've got our Starburst in the bag. And I've put in a small tag that says, we are bursting with appreciation. Thank you for being a star. So this is a great idea for dropping off, like I said, maybe teachers at your local school, social workers in your local area, RCMP office, just throw together 30 to 50 of these and throw your business card in the bag. As well, just so they know where it's coming from. But it's important. It's important for us to build those relationships in our communities. So there's that. Okay. And so lastly, for the community aspect, because I know Women's Ministries is very passionate about creating kits for places like Deborah's Gate or Kate Booth House, or maybe in your local area, you have your own transitional housing programs or homeless shelters for women. So I did put together a package. So this entire package is I just went to the Dollar Tree to pick up these things. Just a quick overview of what's in here so that people are aware. I did put in a water bottle. So this might not be something that comes to your mind right away, but when you're in a transition house or a shelter, this is great for the environment, first of all, to have this. But it also just gives somebody something that's theirs. They can recognize it, and they can use that regularly. And so, especially during COVID, with all of the concern about sharing cups and all that kind of thing in these types of places, we can reduce waste by offering an option like this. Inside, it might be a little challenging to see, but I did stuff a package of snacks. So this one was a Reese's mix. I have a thing for peanut butter chocolate, so I'm sharing that with everybody. But so I slid that into the water bottle. So it's kind of a snack in the water bottle. I included Lipsil, Kleenex, women's hygiene products. And this was super cute. Also found at the Dollar Tree, but it's a mirror with a hairbrush all in one. So that was $1. And honestly, the dollar store is such a great place to go to find these types of things. There's deodorant, body wash, toothpaste, and then for fun, I did add a couple of nail polish. These were 2 for $5 at Walmart, and some hair ties. So these are sometimes the things we may not initially think of putting into a care package for a woman or a young girl at a transition house or somebody who's in need. But I like to make people feel special, and so I often try to think of some of the things that they're not necessarily necessary, but they might help that person feel pretty for a minute, just to be able to paint their nails or spend some time doing their hair, have a nice snack. So again, I'm using my great bags. They literally just fold over and seal. So it's a great way of packaging. And then for this, I have included tags for everyone. They say the flower that blooms in adversity is the most rare and beautiful of all. So that's a Chinese proverb. It's actually from Mulan, which is a Disney movie. Not everybody watches Disney movies, but I did think that was a beautiful saying for somebody who's going through a hard time. One of the things you'll always need a plethora of when doing projects in ministry like this is ribbon and that kind of stuff. Also easily purchased at the dollar store. I like to use raffia. It's a little bit different than ribbon, but same kind of idea. So I have pre-poked a hole in the tag. So I would just tie the tag on. I'm not going to right now because it'll take me a couple minutes, but I would just tie the tag onto the raffia or the ribbon. And then I would just present the package like this. So you could make a number of things like this, and again, building relationship in the community by offering this to shelters that are in your local area. And it doesn't even have to be the Salvation Army. Maybe there's other services that are servicing women in your community that would be important to try and make a connection with. So there's a little example of a care package or something that you would often give out with a little bit of jazz in there, some nail polish and some other cute items. Okay, and lastly, I'm gonna talk a little bit about church programs. These are really quick projects that you can do. We've been doing Sunday school bags all year, and so we often put all of our Sunday school material into a gift bag, and we deliver that out to our families. But for today, I'm just going to share with you a couple cute ideas that I've come across. I've provided all the tags for everyone. And these ideas are great, especially if you have summer programming coming up in your church. So if you're offering summer camps, day camps, maybe camp at home is coming, and you're looking at how you're going to advertise that. If you can get into the schools before the end of the school year to hand out advertising for this, you're golden. So here's a great idea for that. So this is just a bag of Sour Kids candy. They also come in much smaller packages, so you can get them to smaller. But I have attached to the front a tag that says, COVID got you feeling like a sour kid. And it says, check out our awesome summer programs to put a smile back on your face. So with this, I would staple an advertisement onto the back of the bag for whatever you're offering this summer. And you can take that out to the schools or local community centers and see if they'll help hand those out to get the word out amongst the community about what you're offering this summer. So there's one little idea. Another one that you can do a similar project is I bought a little box of sidewalk chalk at Walmart for $2.50. Inside there was 4 packs of 5 sidewalk chalk. I just packaged them into this little Ziploc bag, and it says, hope your summer is chock full of fun. So this is another little idea. You can as well add to this by stapling on any type of brochure or pamphlet that you want to get out into the community to advertise, okay? And these are more for Sunday school or kids that are maybe within your church family already. But these great bubble wands, kids love them, moms hate them. But this is super cute. It's a bubble wand, and it just said God's love, or let God's love bubble over in your heart. So this is a very cute idea, something to hand out to the kids in your congregation or in the community, whatever you want. And lastly is another, so these are a snack, goldfish, very classic. and it just says, "We officially miss you" on the tag. So I've included all the tags, and these are just some ideas of things you can send out to people in the community, schools, Sunday school kids, and whatever. And my last share for today is a Brave bucket. So we did our Brave event, and we are currently running our follow-up Brave circles. And so what we've done is we kept our journals to hand out for the Brave circle. We didn't give them out at the event, but I've included the Brave journal, and inside this bucket, everything is from the dollar store. So there's a small notebook, sketchbook, a marker, a pen, a highlighter. There is a pack of gum, an individual sized hand sanitizer, a little pack of crayons, some Post-it notes, and lastly, a chapstick. And so each of the girls was presented with one of these buckets at the place that they're sitting for their Brave Circle. And the bucket just stays with us for the 8 weeks. So this was to help with the concerns regarding COVID. Everything you need is here. It stays at the center, so nobody's taking it home. Nobody's sharing pens, nobody's sharing pencils. There's something to do if you're a doodler, you've got your paper and your crayons. If you like to take notes, you've got your Post-its. And we included the journal, but if you've already given out your journals, that's fine. You could just put together something like this. This base bucket was $1.50 at Dollarama, and everything else that's in there is also from the dollar store, like usually bought in larger packages, so it's actually quite cost efficient. So that's my last share for today. I did include these tags. Now I've had them personalized, but the artist who created the tag just gave me a version that's blank, and also one that just says Brave on it. So I've included that for everybody that's watching today, so that you can also use something like that to put an item like this together for your programming. Okay, so that's everything. Thanks for sticking with me. Be sure to check the uploads for all the supply lists and the tags. And if you have any questions, you're always welcome to email me, and I'm happy to assist you in any way that you need in terms of these projects. Okay, thanks everyone. Bye.